Hey,
You hear
Anders.
me?
Yes, yes,
Hey, do you hear me?
I can hear you good. How are you?
Oh, great, great. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, Anders. I'm doing good. So, how was your day so far?
It's fine. I've been out. I'm back here. I live in Austria now, but I'm back in my hometown for rehearsals and we're going on tour. So I've been out with my bike in the sunny weather, in
Mm,
the spring weather,
yeah,
just sitting in the park, just doing a little bit of work with the
mm,
band,
yeah.
stuff like that, enjoying the weather.
Nice.
And yeah, and this evening I'm having interviews, as you know.
Cool, 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 Anders. Real pleasure to have you today, Anders. And your eighth full-length album, In Somnolent Ruin, is to be out on May 8th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting process and production that goes behind this new album?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty big question. I'll see if I can condense it a bit. So there has been a big since the last album there has been a whole pandemic.
Yeah.
There has been some lineup changes. Everything has been kind of being COVID dependent on each other, and the whole process has been very lengthy and drawn out because of it. And so we started already back in 2022 to write the new songs for the album.
Mm.
Johan was writing a bunch of songs, and it was not until like last year when we did the demos where we figured out what songs to use to create kind of a cohesive narrative so for the album to make sense. And that's when I tried to kind of put together all the lyrics I've been writing in the last years and see if I could come up with some kind of not a concept, but kind of something that works alongside with the music and
Mm.
that works cohesively with the rest of the lyrics and everything. But the first song that was written for this album, the embryo of it, so to speak, was written already back in 2020
Mm.
or something like that. It was written for the previous album, but it didn't fit on that album. So it was a great song, so we saved it for this album, and that was Misanthrope River.
Mm.
So this album is a little bit more introspective. I would say a little bit more philosophical. It's more personal. You can do a little bit more with it. I think it takes a little bit more time to get into it.
Mm.
I would say it's like a culmination of everything that has happened since last time.
Yeah.
And now, this, yeah, in the band, for us personally, the whole pandemic thing, all the weirdness that has affected us. Also, I have moved, and this album is kind of a little bit dense in that sense. There's a lot of feelings that I try
Mm.
to implement. So it took a while to actually get to where we are now, to have the album released and finally move forward.
Amazing, amazing. And speaking on the cover artwork, like a great artistic work behind this thing, was there some particular theme that goes behind this artwork?
I don't think from the beginning it wasn't necessarily something that we thought about.
Mhm.
Johan found this artist at some point a few years ago, and he really really loved this particular painting. And I think the color scheme, the palette, it was something different. It was something different, yet kind of something that we are used to. Our album covers usually have this, like most often it has like a central figure in them that kind of represents it's kind of representative of all the emotions and the songs on the album. And I was a little bit taken back by it from the start because I know shall we have another album just like that?
Mm.
But it kind of grew on me as time went by, and how the songs merged and the choices we made, and how the lyrics came together, and it became something that I think represents the whole album, and especially in particularly a few songs very very well. And it's also a very beautiful oil painting in and of itself. And it was very important for us to have something like that that is real and made by human hands.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety. And I have to say, an amazing album from you guys
Thank
after
you.
almost 6 years timeline and
Yeah,
great music. The vocals are amazing, great melodies, and the fusion of goth, death metal elements and doom, everything came together and it sounds so beautiful from the start to the end. I cannot say there is
thank you.
one single song that can be let out from this album because the music just flows from the start to the end. It has a
Mm.
connectivity between the listener and the music. So a wonderfully done album, Manners. I loved it so much, and I want to thank you and the entire band for putting up an awesome Draconian
Thank you.
album this year. So, as a creator, how do you guys feel about this new album?
Well, I don't know. I can, as I said before, it's kind of a culmination of how everything that we've been writing and feeling and everything that's happened in the band since last album. That's how I feel about it. I have it's a little bit of a complicated relationship personally I have with the album because it was a very difficult album to make. You know, this lengthy periods. I mean, if an album needs time, we need to give it the
Yeah,
time. But there was just so much that happened since the last album, and also I moved away, and we couldn't rehearse as much as we did before the pandemic. And I thought somehow that maybe if I move, maybe it will be easier for me to get some distance, for the inspiration to come back. Because I found it was very difficult for me to actually find inspiration
mm,
to get back to it after things started to calm down with the epidemic and pandemic, and also the shifts within the band. And I tried to find the narrative for a long time. And Johan had made like more than twice as many songs as there is on the album, so we didn't really know where to go with it. So I had a very complicated relationship with the album throughout the process because I've just started focusing on getting it together from a technical point of view. And a lot of things that you hear on the album was actually made, even though it has been so many years. A lot of things that you hear on the album was actually made in the studio when we recorded it, when
mm,
we did last minute changes in all of the songs, basically all of the songs, I would say. But that's because I need to have the creative process together with my co-writer.
mm,
That's where I get a lot of inspiration from. So a lot of ideas came in the last minute, basically,
mm,
in the last during the last year, the last part of last year, I would say.
mm,
So it's not until now, when the album finally is done, that I can finally sit down and breathe and actually listen to it
mm.
and try to enjoy it. And I think now, when we're getting on tour to actually perform the songs, or at least some of the songs, it's going to go full circle for me. That's when I'm going to feel the spirit more of the song, instead of having to focus on the performance so much
Yeah,
that I had to do. Because when there are so many years, sometimes you lose a little bit of connection. You need something to be ongoing for everything to
yeah,
move forward, and that's what I lacked a little bit. But now I feel that we're there, and we need to keep it running.
absolutely beautiful.
Not another 6 years.
Absolutely, mate. And speaking on the music videos, two great, amazing music videos has been out, Cold Heavens and Misanthrope River. Great videos, amazing songs, and the
Thank
work
you.
behind the music videos is totally stunning. I love the way it has been portrayed in these music videos. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the making of these music videos?
Yeah, we got to know the director through our management. I didn't know about him of him before. I knew his videos, but I didn't know who he was. So he's a guy living in Denmark. He's from Iceland originally. So we had a video earlier in our career, on Sovereign, that was recorded in Iceland. So we're no strangers to those landscapes that is speaking, trying to, speaking for our music.
Yeah.
So, but this time around, he came for the first video. We wanted to do a band video with the band performing, because we only had one video. You know, we've been around since 1994, and if you throughout the album process, we only had one video in the past where the whole band is performing, and that was 2011.
Mm.
So it was high time to do another video with the whole band performing.
Yeah.
And also, you know, to show Lisa and choose a song where she really shines.
Yeah.
Even though it's one of the shorter songs, one of the more easy to digest songs, I would say. But she really shines in that song. So he came here, and we got to know him. He's a very, very easy guy to get to know, very easy to work with, humble, wonderful, and open. He's not too set in his way as a director. He's very open to the band's vision.
Mm.
So when you work with a director like that, you trust him more. Then that's when you let him do his, you know, bring forth his vision, because he has this humility. So, but it's kind of a, you know, there's this burnt down old school outside Arvika. Arvika is where our guitarist come from, Niklas. So we did the outdoor scenes there in the snow, in the ruins, so to speak, and we did some shots in a venue in town. So it's a quite standard video, but I think it represents the song very well, and I love the halo shots that he was using. You know, with the light coming directly at you, and you have the silhouettes. I think that was a beautiful addition to the video. And when it was time to make the second one, we wanted to do what we did on the previous album, to tell a story, and to use landscapes and actors. So that's when he could really, you know, bring forward his own vision a little bit more. So he went to the Faroe Islands, and he worked with some actors there. And me and him, we were working together on the script. He wrote a script initially, but I barely touched it. It was just a few things here and there that we wanted to add and change in the ending, and also a little bit the color palette. But yeah, it's a little bit his interpretation of the song as well, which I think is as a director, I think he works best when he can actually see, you know, bring forth his own vision as well, as long as it doesn't deviate too much. So now we're working on the last video, the third video with him, that will drop with the album release. Fantastic. Which is in a couple of weeks. So I cannot say the name of it yet, but he's working on it as we speak, and that will be like a lyric video. So there are like 3 different videos, you know. One acted video, one story video, and one lyric video. Fantastic. And then we will make a post release video later this year as well for another song.
Amazing. Yeah. And are there some big plans on May 8th, on the day of the release?
Well, we don't really have any plans for a release party or anything. I was actually thinking about that today, because you know, I live in Austria, and all the CDs and the albums came the day after I left, so I still haven't seen them actually. So I am the only guy in the band who hasn't held the record in my hand. My partner, who I live with, was showing it to me, but I don't know what to do with it. I will probably maybe go to Johan's place and just listen to albums and have some beers. And then a few days later, we will go and do a tour in Latin America. So we will focus on that.
Awesome. And post Latin America touring, are there some big international festivals happening?
Yeah, not that many. We're going to Brutal Assault in Czech Republic, which is a really cool festival. We played there once before, but that was a long time ago, and it's become a very big festival at this point. And we have another festival as well. At the moment I cannot recall. But then we have festivals in Spain and Portugal. We are going to Turkey for a few shows. And we are going to Asia. We're going to Japan and China.
Amazing.
So there are things happening. I just wish we had a few more summer festivals because that's always fun, and especially if you have a new album out.
Yeah, it's just great, great to hear. And any cool merchandise that you guys working on for the release?
Yeah, we're working on it as we speak. We do have already presented some merchandise that is related to the album cover.
Yeah.
Our label has made their own, and we have made ours for the tours and for the shows and for our store. But now we are working on like 3 shirts before the album drops. So this is what I'm working on this week, together with the terrific guy that has made most of our shirts in the last years. So which are connected to the new album, of course. So yeah, just drop in next month and have a look at it, and hopefully you will like it.
Beautiful, beautiful, Anders. And decades of awesome music that is coming from Draconian. It started all the way back in 1994, and now we are in 2026. So, how do you feel about this long journey that you traveled so far?
It's kind of unreal. Back then we were just dreaming. It was a very, very far away notion to be where we are today. You know, we that was a dream, you know. But you know, it has been so many setbacks over the years that have hindered our emergence or whatever. But we have stuck through it, and because we found a core that is Draconian, something that will never change. We have found that foundation, which is the sound that we have,
Yeah.
and that will never change. So we have built from that. Whoever comes or leaves, that foundation remains as long as me and Johan is in the band, at least. So I think that has been incitament or something to hold on to. And sometimes when there has been setbacks, we can always make new music. Sooner or later, it will reach people. It has just been, you know, life. People have their lives now, and we just need to work around it. So we do what we can, and we play as often as we can. You know, I don't have any family in that sense. So, but you know, we have to adjust and work around people's lives. But I want to play as much as possible, and especially now.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were basically teenagers. I was like 19 when I joined the band, and the rest of the guys back then was 15. So now we are. I'm 51, and they are in their 40s.
Yeah.
Our other guitar player is 50. So you know but we're still. I don't know. We have. It's so. I cannot find a word. It's like we're still there, but it's so much more elevated. I don't feel like a 51-year-old guy. I still feel like that guy that is still chasing that thing, and I still want the same thing. And now I can finally live it.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna take every opportunity we have to do that.
Awesome, Anders. Awesome. And Anders, finally, any message that you have for the Draconian fans around the world?
A message?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? We're truly sorry for this long delay once again, and but it will not happen again. And we truly hope that you will like and appreciate this album, and also welcome Lisa back with open arms, and give this album some time, and hopefully it will be a very pleasant ride and something that will mean something to you in dark times, as it has to us.
Beautiful, beautiful, Anders. And Anders, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on this interview. A real pleasure to meet you, and I want to thank you and the entire band for giving us In Somnolent Ruin, a great album. Like I said, I love this album, and I know when it's out, a lot of people are going to love this album. The fans are going to go crazy about this album because it has a lot of great things inside of this album. So thanks for all the awesomeness, and we're really hoping to see you guys on the road real soon.
Yeah, I really appreciate the passion. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Anders. Take care and have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye.